Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon for the latest updated videos.
Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Query Solution. So children, in today's video we are going to talk on the concept of blood group. This concept, children, is directly not mentioned in NCERT, but there is one question which is given on the blood group. So to solve that question we have to know the concept of the blood groups first of all. So in today's video, children, we are going to learn the process of the ABO blood grouping system. What do we mean by saying the RH blood grouping system? And then, children, we are also going to talk on what basically determines the blood group in our body. So even if you want to know all this into detail, do watch my video completely. And for now, let us start up with our video. So to start our video, children, we have to know the concept of the ABO blood group system. So what do we mean by saying this term? So before even explaining you about the ABO blood grouping system method, children, I would like to tell you that what is basically this blood group. What does the meaning of the blood group basically holds to? So children, we know that when we talk about this term blood, which is there, which is like a fluid there in our body, it's flowing all throughout our body. We know that this blood comprises of something which is known as cells along with a matrix, right? And that matrix we all know is something which is known as plasma. And then when we talk about the different cells which are there in our body, children, we all know that there are three different types of blood cells when we talk about. The first one is the cell which is known as RBC. The second one we all know is WBC. And the third one is something which we say as platelets. So when actually, children, we talk about this ABO blood grouping system or the RH blood grouping system, we actually have a concern with the cell which is known as RBC. So now let us try to see that what actually determines and decides the blood group in our body. So even before that, children, I want you to get introduced with two terms over here. The first term that I want to talk is on the term antigen. And the second term that I want to talk is with respect to antibody. Okay. Now, antibody and antigen, children, both are some things which are made up of proteins basically. So they are both proteinaceous substances. But antibody is something, children, which is there in our plasma, and its role is to provide protection or immunity. So we all know that blood is something which is a fluid that is flowing all throughout our body, children, and we all know that even this blood is responsible for capturing and trapping the germs that are coming in our body. So who is actually providing us the immunity against various types of diseases that can even occur to us? So antibody is something, children, which is found in the plasma of our blood that is basically protecting us from various sorts of diseases or pathogens or germs that I am adding. Then what about this antigen that I am talking about? So as I am saying, children, this antigen is something which is proteinaceous in nature. And if this is our RBC, for an example, I am just drawing a rough diagram. It's not a biconcave structure, I know. But if this is the RBC that I am talking about, then on the surface of RBC, children, there are certain proteinaceous substances present. And these substances are nothing but these substances or proteinaceous substances are something which are known as antigen. So which type of antigen is there in our body? Is it A type of antigen? Is it B type of antigen? Or is there no antigen at all? That basically, children, determines which type of blood group do we people have. So in our session today, in the later sessions, we are going to talk about that if a person who is having blood group A has which antigen, blood group B has got which antigen, AB has what, and O has what, because we have four blood groups in the ABO blood grouping method. Blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB, and blood group O. At the same time, children, even if I ask a question right now to you that what is your blood group, if you are having an awareness about your own blood group, if you might have got checked sometime because of whatsoever reason, you might also use the word as positive or negative. You may say your blood group is maybe A positive or A negative, B positive or B negative, AB positive, AB negative, or O positive and O negative. So what is this positive and negative thing that we are talking about, children? So this positive and negative thing, children, that we are talking about is something which is known as our RH factor. Now, what do I mean by saying the term Rh, children? So, Rh particularly means rhesus factor because it was discovered in rhesus monkey. So, again, what is this factor? So, as I said you that on the surface of RBC, there are certain antigens which can be A, B types basically. In the similar line, children, even again on the surface of RBC, there is one more type of surface antigen which is found. And if this antigen is of Rh type and if it is present, then that makes up your blood group as positive. So what do I mean by saying, if a person has got a blood group which is A positive, for example, in this case, what's the condition in A positive? That the person is having Rh antigen, that is Rh antigen is present on the surface of RBC of this particular person. That's why the blood group has come down to Rh positive. But there are people onto their surface of RBC, there is no Rh antigen present, and such persons are said to have a blood group which is Rh negative. So on the similar line, children, now we are going to learn in detail what are these ABO blood groups, which antigen is found in A, which is found in B, or what is the combination, and what are the genetic conditions, children, that basically determines the blood group and how the blood group is inherited in a child. So all these conditions we are going to talk on, but for a quick summary, I would just like to tell you the ABO blood grouping system method determines basically that which antigen is found on our RBC, on the surface of RBC. If the antigen belongs to A type or B type or the different types that we are going to talk about, that basically determines our ABO blood group method. Also at the same time, children, there is one more surface antigen which can be found on the RBC. If the Rh antigen is present, then that makes up the blood group as positive. So all positives like A positive, B positive, AB positive, O positive people have got an Rh antigen onto their RBC surface, that is making the blood group as positive. And for the people whose blood group are negative, like A negative, B negative, AB negative and O negative, they lack the Rh antigen on their surface, children. So onto the one whom Rh antigen is present, that makes up the blood as positive. For whom the Rh antigen is not present, that makes up the blood group as negative. So let me draw a table quickly for you all to show you that what is the condition of the antigen when we talk about the different blood group methods of the ABO blood group system. So as you can see in this table, children, I have made 3 columns basically which we need to know right now. There can be further columns too that I can add right now, like if blood group A is there, to whom it can give and to whom it cannot receive and all. But I am not talking on all those perspectives right now because that we'll talk later in the session. And also we are going to learn that if father is of blood group A, mother is of blood group B, then what will be the blood group of child, or many such conditions. So that we are going to learn in our next session. So just to explain to you people about the ABO blood grouping method, as I said you, if we are following this system, which is most common system in the case of human when we talk about, so there are 4 different types of blood conditions that we can see. Either the person can have blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and blood group O. So what basically determines, children, the blood group of a person is the presence of the antigen on the surface of RBC is what's the point. So if on the surface of RBC, if the antigen A is present, then that makes up the blood group as A. So those persons who have got blood group A means that on the surface of their RBC, which type of antigen is present? So A type of antigen is present, and that entirely makes up the blood group as A. For its antibody, its corresponding anti-A antibodies which are there. So that anyway, I am not talking on that a little detail into this right now in this session. For people who are belonging to blood group B, have which type of antigen on their RBC? So they have got B type of antigen on their RBC. So what do you think? What about the people who have blood group AB? Even I have a blood group AB. So what are the antigens that I have there? Are they both there together? So the answer is correct. A and B blood group people, children, have both A as well as B antigen on the surface of their RBC. So since 2 antigen are there, that makes up the blood group as AB. But then what do you think about blood group O? What about them? So these are those individuals, children, that have got no antigen onto their surface of RBC. So since no antigen is there, basically that's why we are categorically saying the blood group as O. So at least I think by now you could have got an idea that when I'm talking about blood group A means the antigen present on the surface of RBC is A. If I'm talking about B, means the antigen present on the surface of RBC is B, which gives up the blood group B. AB means both the antigens are there and O means no antigen is there. Then what is this genetic condition, children, that I have written over here? So as I am saying you, even getting blood group or inheriting blood group from our parent is a character. And in a turn, children, it will be governed by genes which are there in our body. Right? Now, what are these genes which are responsible for providing us the blood group at the genetic level, children? So, there are three major important genes that we need to talk on. And what are these three genes that I am talking about? These three genes that give us the blood can be IA, it can be IB, and it can be I, small I. So these three alleles, children, they basically determine, now again I would say these are all individual alleles, and a combination of these alleles out of them basically determines our blood group. And this is something which is really important to know, especially when we are solving the problems with respect to what will be the blood group of the child. So as I explain you, I think many of you, after once we are done with the video, many of you will be able to even draw and conclude your own genetic conditions with respect to your blood groups as well. So again, as I am adding, children, three alleles are responsible, three genetic conditions are responsible for giving us the blood groups. What are these three alleles which are there? IA, IB and I. Now as you can see, I and IA and IB is what I have written in capital. So these two alleles, children, when we talk about, these two are the dominating alleles. Over which one? Over the small I1, which is what? Which is recessive in nature. So now I think everybody is understanding the meaning of the term dominating, recessive, homozygous, heterozygous, because that again I am going to use. Still, if you are unclear, there is a video on my channel with respect to all the terms that we have used in genetics. So you can look out that video, check out that video for your clarity. So IA and IB, as I am saying, children, is dominating over I. So basically, as I am saying, these are all alleles, and we know that alleles come in pair, right? So whenever we are talking about the blood group condition, children, definitely some or the other combination will come, and they will come in the pair, right? So let us now explore. A person who has blood group A, we said that it has got A antigen onto its surface. Fine, it's entirely correct. What is the genetic condition of that person? As I'm saying you, even if you have blood group A right now in your body, there are genes responsible for it that is giving you the A blood group. So what is that genetic condition, children? So when we talk about blood group A, the condition can be that either the alleles will be IA. So both the A alleles are there, they are going to give us blood group A. Or children, the condition can be that it can be IA and small I, because as I added, IA will be dominating over small I will be recessive in front of IA, and it will not be able to express, right? So the two conditions, children, as we can see for a person who has blood group A is either the person can be homozygous dominant, pure as you can see, or can be heterozygous dominant as this condition is saying you. So based on the same, children, we can identify now as well what will be the condition for the other blood group. So again, if a person who has blood group B means what? Either the condition can be IB, or children, I think that everyone can understand now, the second condition could be IB and small I, right? This can be another genetic condition. What do you think? What about the condition when a person has blood group AB? So AB blood group, children, has a condition in which both the alleles are present together, and this factor, children, is something which is also known as codominance. Now what is codominance, children? Codominance means where both the dominating alleles express themselves, neither one gets suppressed, and as because of which we get a combination of character. So this is the best example of codominance, children. It is a deviation from the Mendelian inheritance, because Mendel always talked that one is going to dominate over the other. But in this we are seeing that both are actually dominating. No one is getting suppressed because both are dominating in nature. So in the condition of people who belongs to AB blood group, like me people, they have got the allelic condition which are IA and IB. So what do you think about people who have blood group O? They can neither have any one of the I letters also, and neither they can have two. So such people, children, have the condition of the recessive alleles which are both there in pair. Only a presence of small I and small I is going to give us the blood group which is O. If any one of the allele become capital in nature, then the blood group will definitely change, right? So this is all about the different blood groups, children, the different allelic conditions that can be there with respect to the different blood groups that the people have. If children you are clear with all these 4 genetic conditions, then definitely you will be able to solve all the different numerical problems that will come down to you. So in this video I am not telling the problems that I will be taking up in the next video, but I would just like to give you an example. Now please be sure that whenever we are talking about the different conditions for solving the questions, we have to be very clear with respect to the genetic conditions. The condition can either be homozygous, as you can see, or it can either be heterozygous also, as you can see in the video. So children, in our next video we are now going to perform the different cross, the different conditions. Like for example, if the father is of blood group A, mother is of blood group B, what will be the blood group conditions of the children? So we are going to explore all the possibilities, children, in our next video. So do like my channel, do subscribe my channel too, and let us meet in the next video soon. Thank you all.